So secret to making lots of money is actually finding a way to give more in value. So there's a paper value and there's a use value. So if you get a dollar, give people $2 in value, use value. An example of that would be, let's say, the books that I've written about 7 books right now. And some of the books took me like 2 years to put all my knowledge, expertise, and if somebody follows that, they're gonna become wealthy. And that use value for $20, that $20 book could be worth millions of dollars to somebody who use it. So that's an example of always give more in use value than the paper or dollar value that you get.
Well, the secret to making money has always been one thing. It's to add value. It's to take whatever you're doing and make it more valuable than it was before, and then to keep part of the value that you create. So all of success comes from value creation. And value creation is determined by what people want and need and are willing to pay for to improve their lives. It's pretty simple. So if you want to make a lot of money, then you create value by helping people improve the quality of their lives and their work.
You know, the secret to making money is having a mindset that allows you the permission to make money. So a lot of people, myself included, have always had the desire to make money, but do we really give ourselves permission to thrive with money and all the good that we can do with money? So I really think it's the mindset and the mind shift to being open to receiving abundance. Making money and working really hard, physically hard, mentally hard, and it was tasky. You make money, but it's tasky and you're putting in all these hours and it's like just so much and it can be overwhelming. And that mindset will really like bury you and get you lost in what you're doing. So you get buried under emotions and stuff to do. But when you free up that mindset and you're in a receiving mode, you know what, there's a flourishing and a thriving that comes with it and an ease. So it doesn't come easy, but it comes when you're open and you allow yourself to grow and expand.
First is you have to be the best in what you do. If you are good in photography, be the best in photography. You should be in the top 5%, I would say, if not the best. Number 2, you give double the value of what you charge to your customers. If they pay you $100, you give value of at least $200.
You'd be surprised how many people I speak to that are losing money with their real estate or their ventures, whatever they may be. First rule for me, in order to make money, you have to stop losing money. That's really key. Second, the deal has to make sense on paper. If the deal doesn't make sense on paper, it's really difficult for me to consider moving forward. Third, we really have to understand the value of time and, more importantly, understanding the purchasing power of money. It's nice to know, but not necessarily not important at this particular stage to understand the present value of future earnings, but it's really important to understand inflation. What do I mean by that? If you got $1,000 in your bank account and you go out on a shopping spree today and you do the same thing 1 year from now, I believe you're going to need an extra $100 to be able to buy the same items that you just bought today. Why do I say that? We've been told inflation's 2%. Great. I understand. That's Statistics Canada. If you invest in a piece of real estate, obviously make sure it's the right deal, the best possible deal that's on the table for you. You only have to put in 15, 25, 30, maybe 35% down. If that, by sheer inflation, that property goes up 2 or 3%, on a 3% increase in the value of the property, you only put a third down. So you've actually made 9% on your money year over year. Far better than you would have they can do at any financial institution.
Secret of making money is working hard with smart people with great product. Without a great product, we cannot make any money. So we had to first find the right product which is really going to solve any people's problem, and it should be a bigger problem. Then bigger problem, bigger money, we can make it. But of course, definitely we have to surround good number of people with knowledge and experience in that field. It's a must, without which we cannot make any money, whatever qualified we are. As an individual, we cannot make a big money, so it can be making a little one. So we have to definitely surround bigger people and investors and advisors around us.
Well, positive cash flow is the positive difference between income and expense. So meaning to say that the income should be greater than the expense. In investing in real estate, one way to raise capital is to invite investors to joint venture with you or to do partnership. You don't have money, but the other person could have money. So you do joint venture, one with the money and without the money.
So how important is the cash flow? In my business, in my coaching, this is one of the things that I teach a lot, which is that you could be a multi-million-dollar business, and if you don't have cash flow, it can go down just like that. If you are cash flow rich, what happens is it's almost impossible for you to go bankrupt. Because imagine if you're getting $50,000 cash flow coming every month, and your expenses are $10,000. Try going bankrupt. It's almost impossible to do. On the other hand, you may have, let's say, a factory or some sort of a business or equipment where they're worth millions of dollars today, but then nobody's using your product, and all of a sudden those assets become liability and you can go bankrupt like that. So cash is not king, cash flow is king.
Cash flow is everything. As a matter of fact, I was just listening to a podcast or something. It's not cash, it's cash flow. And the very best business people that I know, people who have gone from nothing to being extremely wealthy, is think about cash flow all the time. Everything is cash flow. What will be the cash flow, and when will the cash flow materialize, and how sure is it, and how long will it last, and how will it grow, and so on. So everything is cash flow. Cash you can get with one shot, but cash flow is an indication that you have a business operation that is creating value, continually creating value, and that the company is keeping some of it, which is the way all business works, is create value and keep some. You can sell your car and have cash, then you go down to the horse races and spend it all, and it's all gone. It's cash flow. It's the constant incoming cash. And good business people like Sunil and others will talk about rentals. If you have a piece of real estate and you buy it properly and fix it up properly and rent it out properly, then you'll have a cash flow that is in excess of the cost of buying and holding the property. And most of the great fortunes in history have been based on real estate. It's the yield or the income that comes off of well-managed real estate of all kinds, from homes and offices and apartments and so on, even through to farmland and farm products and things like that. It's all cash flow.
And I'll tell you another thing too, in different businesses, when you're looking at how you do things, doing things alone is really not that much fun. So you want to be in a community of people that you get to have fun with and grow with. Because life isn't about just doing stuff all the time. It's about having the balance and really having fun and helping other people grow too.
Mentorship is like wanting to go on top of the mountain, and you have never done it. You've gone up maybe few inches, few feet onto the mountain and then sled back and all that stuff. But you want to go to this top mountain where that $1 million or $10 million or $100 million, or the relationship that you want, or the growth of business you want, or connections that you want, or people that are going to take you to the next level. That's where they are. So you are here, you want to climb the mountain. And in business, in the real life, if I wanted to climb that mountain, I've never done it, I would just take somebody who's done it, who's gone up and down so many times that it becomes so easy for this person to say, we're going to go up to here, then we're going to rest, we're going to go up here and we're going to relax a bit, and up here you're not going to be able to breathe properly, and we're going to have to do it this way, don't eat too much food, all that kind of stuff. And don't go this way. If you go this way, you're going to fall. The idea what the mentor does is that it reduces the risk, and your chances of succeeding is a lot more higher than the old habit of what my father taught me, which is if you're going to do something about it, be a man and do it yourself. You don't need anybody's help. In the real world, we need cooperation for a lot of people. And so mentor, a business mentor, real estate mentor, or anything, or a health mentor, whatever it is, that person's gone up and down so many times, all right? That person is going to say, don't do it this way. Did you do it this way? We have a plan, let's follow the plan. And by the way, what do you need? Okay, I need some connections. Well, let me make some phone calls for you. And that person makes a phone call. So currently, let's say somebody wanted to do something business with Brian Tracy, Jack Canfield, Robert Allen, and some of the big brands and all that stuff. I have connections that I can help a lot of people get there. So it's not about, mentor doesn't only teach how to, but they also open doors for you. Having a mentor for your business is the single most important part of growing. You find somebody who has done it and ask them to show you how they did it. And that's the fastest, easiest, safest way to making it happen.
For myself, I want to surround myself. I look at the people around me as those Russian dolls, where I want to surround myself with people that are taller, smarter, brighter, have more experience than me, so I can become a company of giants. If I'm threatened by these people, then I surround myself with the smaller dolls, and I become a company of dwarfs and really be irrelevant. So my objective is to go the other way.
Mentorship is definitely it's a must in business and long-term growth. I personally try to educate myself. Of course I did, but it took really 10 years to reach a level, though I have my education and everything. And after that only I happened to be focused to this mentorship and coaches, things like that. With that I was able to move faster. Definitely mentorship is a must. Of course we can choose the books as mentors, but at the same time there are some minus points on that because we cannot get any particular questions answered. But if we have a live mentor, of course, as long as they are qualified and they did the same business of what we are expecting, we can definitely learn a lot faster.
Imagine yourself without a mentor. You're doing the same thing over and over again, and you are not getting ahead of what you want to do or what your goal in life is. A mentor is the easiest, fastest, and the simplest guaranteed way to achieve your goal. A mentor who is at least 10 times more successful than you are and has a proven track record in the field or in the area that you want to improve.
Having a mentor is very, very helpful. It can save you years of hard work. I had a mentor when I was 32, 33, 34 years old. Very wealthy man. I worked for him. And he took a liking to me. And he would sit me down for an hour, 3 or 4 days a week after everybody had gone home. And he would just talk about his experience in business. And he owned $750 million worth of property and started with nothing. An average family in an average neighborhood, still lived there. And but he built office buildings and apartment buildings and restaurants and banks and trust companies and petrochemical plants in 3 countries and everything else. And he would talk and just talk and tell me what he did and why he made these decisions and what he learned from this. And I would ask him for his advice and he would give it. And it was just so rich because if I have this man to take the time to talk to me when I was just an up-and-coming, struggling guy was so phenomenal. So having a mentor is good. And you can have more than one mentor, and you can have, I've done work on virtually every subject you could ever imagine. You can have sequential mentors, or you can have simultaneous mentors. Sequential means that as you grow in your career, you get new mentors who are more advanced. And simultaneous, where you have mentors in different areas. For example, you can have a mentor from Sunil in real estate purchasing. But if you wanted to do the development of large pieces of property, you may have a mentor who does that, and have another mentor who does the development of apartment properties, rental. Another mentor that is very, very skilled at commercial development and things like that.
I love being a mentor. So I remember my highest level of satisfaction, or plurking, which is play plus work and you combine it together, it's called plurking. My highest level of plurking used to be putting real estate deals together and just making the deal happen and then see what happens at the end. And the second best plurking was coaching, and the third was public speaking. So today what has happened over the years is that my highest level of plurking is speaking, the next is coaching and mentoring, and the third is putting the deals together to do that stuff. I mean, I just enjoy doing it. I mean, I love what I'm doing. This is the amazing part, and this is what I teach my mentees to do. I wish for all the people that are listening to this that they plurk for the rest of their life, because if they plurk, they would be working clerking for 18 hours, and that's their job. It's like Michael Jordan dribbling, and you ask him, hey, stop playing. No, he's loving it. He's not going to do it. It is the important part is we're on this planet, not just to breathe and then get up in the morning and then go to work, come back again and breathe again. And that's not living alone. We want to do something. You want to help people. You want to be useful for the planet. And you want to be as wealthy as possible.